Hello guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Stan Leroy. Woo! Today we are discussing a young man who was wrongly assaulted after being arrested. Now, I do want to say viewer discretion is advised. This may be disturbing to some viewers, what you see here. So I will, just say viewer discretion advised.
With us here at 6 o'clock, I'm Kimberly Gill.
I'm Devin Skillian. Officer Matthew Rodriguez fired from Warren Police this week for that incident in what the police commissioner called a clear and obvious decision, but that is far from the end of the story.
A new lawsuit says the city should pay, arguing the other officers seen in the video were not trying to stop the attack, but were instead part of it. Here to help us sort out the claims is Victor Williams. Victor.
You see how small this dude is in comparison to the size of the officer. Let me go back a little bit. I mean, just so you get an idea of what we're looking at size. You got my man here. I don't know, what are you, buck 30, buck 40, maybe. Very small young man. Yes, he's convicted of a crime, but you still have rights. You can't just be punching people all up in the face because you don't like the way they answered you. You know, that obviously the man got fired. But my question to you guys is, what do you feel is an adequate amount of force to be used in such a circumstance like this? Obviously, and the way I see it is there's definitely an abuse of power, overuse of power. This is unnecessary. I don't think nothing calls for that. Obviously, let's go on and continue the story, but it's crazy.
He should pay, arguing the other officers seen in the video were not trying to stop the attack, but were instead part of it. Here to help us sort out the claims is Victor Williams. Victor, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Kimberly and Devin. We all knew that a lawsuit was potentially coming down the pipeline, but we had no idea it would be coming out this quickly. Not only is the city of Warren and the officer who is allegedly responsible for the attack listed as defendants, but the other two officers that were in that room as well.
The officer said, "Hurry up and take the picture, you little." And he said, "I ain't no."
Just 14 days after the now viral moment of an officer assaulting a 19-year-old carjacking suspect, a lawsuit has officially been filed against the city of Warren on behalf of Jaquan Smith and Figer Law.
He's about double the size of him.
The 30-page complaint is now seeking $50 million in damages. Jaquan's aunt Tanisha Banks is just happy he's still here.
The first thing that we're in the car.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy that you have to worry about, like, the fact that he's still alive. You know, you shouldn't have to be concerned about that. Unfortunately, as young black males in America, it's a concern that we have constantly. A lot of people may not know and may not understand it. Let me know, how do you feel about it? How do you feel about this particular case, or in general, police and the overuse of force? Do you think that is common? Do you think it's not common? You think it's just a few bad apples? I'm curious to know what you guys think about that, because I mean, to me, it's just, I say, I mean, really, there's no need for that much force. It's just unnecessary. And even if you're upset and you want to, you may be a little bit more force, but that's just ridiculous. I mean, that's just, and he's suing for 50 mil. I hope he gets every cent that he deserves. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments, because I mean, that's just crazy.
To my mind. Did he survive?
Commissioner Bill Dwyer commenting on how quickly the lawsuit was filed.
Why do they have to rush to doing that?
I wish I could have got it filed sooner, but we did it as fast as we possibly could.
The big question is whether or not Jaquan received any injuries in the assault.
He was treated at the hospital for his injuries, and he was cleared of no injuries.
He is still, as of this day, having issues with head injuries. He's having headaches, dizziness, nausea, consistent with traumatic brain injury.
Another question is whether the other two officers involved actually intervened.
They were actors. They were part of this brutality.
Yeah, that's the other thing. So, I mean, they're sitting there like they're not doing anything to stop it, at least not at that point. So, I mean, they should be held responsible too, in my opinion. What do you think? The people that are there not doing anything to stop it, helping to restrain, like the dude is tiny. You don't think you need 3 dudes for that little dude, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Let me know what you think in the comments, because it's crazy, man. Crazy.
They will be held responsible as well.
They didn't see what Rodriguez, the officer, had done at the beginning. They came in when he was down on the ground, and they don't know still. But when the officer started banging his head, that's when they said, enough is enough, and they reported immediately to their supervisor.
Either way, the now fired officer Matthew Rodriguez has been charged with misdemeanor assault. It also turns out he has a history of alleged excessive force.
There was a lawsuit against him, and it stemmed from one occurrence with 2 different plaintiffs. One of them was settled, one of them was dismissed on qualified immunity.
See, now, that's the other issue. Obviously, if the man has a history of excessive force or violence, whatever it is, should they still be allowed to be, on the force? Because, eventually, who knows? You could kill somebody. Somebody could have been killed. We don't know. Or what kind of damages people serve. So, have obtained from this type of force. I definitely think there needs to be checks and balances on things like this, because so many times stuff is not reported, stuff is not seen, or, the victim doesn't get a fair shake. If it's not on camera, if it's not caught. So it's kind of like, man, definitely needs some sort of reform. What is your opinion? How do you feel the police, in general, respond to African American men? In general, as far as how they're treated. Let me know what you think. I only know what my experience has been, at my time. I haven't had too many issues. I've had a few run-ins, but nothing too crazy. But yeah, I guess that's getting out of hand. But yeah, I definitely think. But yeah, let me know what you think. You think anything can be done? What do you think should be done? If there is anything, let me know in the comments. All right, guys, thanks for watching once again. Make sure, if you haven't done so, to follow me. Also, leave a comment in the comment section. That helps tremendously. Thank you for watching. Appreciate you, and have a great day.